is how we roll.
Sports Biz Podcast, broadcasting live from WNHU on the campus of University of New Haven. This is slowly becoming our theme song.
Slowly.
I like it. So if you're watching us live, you can't hear the music because we're broadcasting live on WNHU. If you go to on the web and WNHU.org, I think it is WNHU2. We're broadcasting live on that signal. All right, we got a lot to talk about. We got people going to be popping in a second, but this is a big show.
The sleeves are rolled up.
That's all
I'll say.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
And the thing I love about it most is you just brought me a black coffee, just assuming, dude, you're going to drink it.
That's how we do it.
I know. That's what I figured. That's what I love about you. You know? So
that's one of the many things you love about me.
It is. All right, man. This is a Sports Biz Podcast, and this is the Zero Fact Checking, our greatest movies, our favorite movies. This is the top movie list.
Sport movie list.
By
sport.
By category.
Now, if you think about it, this is a sports business topic.
That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's sports-oriented films.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know the motion picture business.
That's right.
Maybe it doesn't generate as much as it used to, but maybe it does. We just had we had a movie go over $1 billion, right, in Avengers. So
I think it was $2 billion after the second weekend.
Can't wait to get to these movies.
Yeah, so we've been building up for this. This is all-time sports movies that we believe in. We have them broken out into all different categories. If you want to make a comment, just make it right there, and we'll try to get to it and acknowledge what your thoughts are on that. Again, if you want to subscribe, Sports Biz Podcast is on iTunes, Spotify, and all other podcast platforms worldwide. So Sports Biz Podcast, if you type that in a search, you'll find us, and you could have all your favorite moments with the coach and Rob.
Change your life.
It would change your life. So here we go.
Now, let me preface this.
All right, so let's
preface this, though.
Yeah.
It's not just the big four, so to speak.
Right.
It's every sport you can think of.
Yep.
Every sport that you may not even know is a sport.
That's right.
And I love my list.
Yeah, it's a great list. So we have volleyball, BMX, hockey, NASCAR, baseball, football, tennis, swimming, bowling, horse racing, boxing, martial arts, and wrestling.
I mean, I may have forgotten arm wrestling.
Yeah,
you could probably put in there, but that one's easy. Over the top, Sly Stallone.
Yeah,
you know the 80s cheese oozing all over it.
Yeah.
A lot of sweaty, steroided up guys. The best of the best of what you could ask for.
Yeah.
Great song, Kenny Loggins, "Meet Me Halfway."
Oh boy, you've been doing some research. You're prepared. You are so prepared.
But here's the sick part. There's not that much. I just know this stuff.
Yeah, I know that is kind of sick.
I don't have to dig.
I have to look. I just have to look everything up.
I'm like a loser's guide to Google in my head. Like I just have these obscure things in my head. Like it's amazing.
Yeah,
I amaze myself sometimes.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh, Jay. Thanks, Jay Bone. Jay's spitting them out already. Jay, you're right on the right track. I'm going to have to come back. You're going to have to repost that again. Just copy that, Jay.
I love it.
And repost again. All right. So they're coming in, Coach.
I love it.
They're coming in hot and heavy. People are ready for us. Our fans.
I'm ready for them.
Yes. Are ready for us today. So, again, we're covering our favorite all-time sports movies. These are our selection. Personally, we have not, at this point, we haven't talked about this, although you did send me your list. I have not shared my list with you yet.
No, nor do you need to. It's going to be secondary to mine, as we know. And quite frankly,
you're so right about that.
Quite frankly,
you're so right.
It's I didn't want to have dialogue before. I wanted this to be al natural, as they say.
Yeah. It's like Sonny and Cher. Sonny and Cher, they couldn't, because they lived together.
Correct.
They couldn't have a great show anymore.
Correct.
Because there was too many personal issues. You know?
Oh, God, yeah.
So.
Rulers make bad lovers. You know what I mean?
They do.
You can't be with Cher. Come on.
No, I know.
Nobody
but she's
can.
she's
Nobody
70,
can.
And she's still, you know.
Well, she's made of doll parts at this point, so it's, you know.
Yeah, she is.
But she found that fountain of youth. It ain't cheap, but she found it.
She did.
God bless. God bless.
She's got a huge following still, and it's going to. All right, so here we go. So these are, by far, let me turn down our music. I know our people watching us on Facebook can't hear the music, but they can off of the radio signal and then what we're broadcasting on our podcast. So these are our all-time favorite sports movies, all-time, many categories. Holt Murray, how are you, buddy? We're talking, see, I like yours too. All right, here we go. You're going to have to post them again, Holt, because I'm going to have to, hold on, let me see. Okay, here we go. Should you go first, and then I go, or you go? Why don't you go first, because this is your idea.
Yeah, I can. Right, we can do it any way you want.
All right, so here are the rules. There absolutely are no rules to this.
Exactly.
These are personal opinions. All right,
exactly.
So here we go. Volleyball. This was, this stumped me. I can't lie. I had to look this one up a little bit.
It was easy for me. Yeah. And here's the thing: you don't be pigeonholed. It doesn't have to be a movie about volleyball.
Wait a minute here.
Okay,
we're making stuff up now.
It could right. It could. What if it has a volleyball scene? Right. So the first thing you think of is Top Gun. Right.
Okay.
That macho, shirtless, oiled up scene with Iceman,
right.
Maverick, Goose. Right. Goose didn't take his shirt off.
No.
Slider was the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, dare I say, it's bordering on homoerotic, whatever.
Wait a minute, you're going Top Gun?
No. I'm just saying you could add something like that.
Okay. Well,
Playing with the Boys, Kenny Loggins was the song on. Great.
Wait a minute, you went deep on that whole scene, right? All right.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
However.
Okay.
Top Gun, I'm just saying, could easily land on the list as your volleyball pick. It's not mine.
Because it had a scene.
Correct.
In it. Okay.
It's not mine, however.
Okay.
Mine is a movie that I loved.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt. It was listed as one of the top 10.
I bet.
I was like, how is... I don't remember the scene. I have no recollection. Apparently you do, though, because you got deep on
It's
that
an iconic scene in Top Gun.
Completely forgot.
My pick, however, is a movie from 1990 called Side Out.
Uh-huh.
C. Thomas Howell is the star.
Mm-hmm.
You may not know him by name. If you looked him up, you'd know him. Mm-hmm. It also, the co-star was Peter Horton, who he had a huge role on a TV show called 30-something.
Mm-hmm.
He also married Michelle Pfeiffer. They were married for probably about 8 or 9 years in the 80s. Mm. It also had, this movie also had.
I need to prepare more.
It also had a little known female character named Kathy Ireland, who in 1990, when I was 14 years old, looked like everything a woman should look like to me and rocked my world. Okay. I'm sure me and every other 14-year-old. Right. So Side Out, that's my volleyball movie.
Very good. And there's a lot of detail. I'm looking at your notes right now.
Oh, we're going.
I just feel like I am just...
You're in the presence of greatness.
I am. And again, ill-prepared for this entire session.
Listen, I can carry a lot on my shoulders.
Yeah, you can.
Including this.
Okay, so... Here's my pick. It's the Miracle Season.
Okay.
Miracle Season is based on a true story.
Correct.
And I happen to have watched this movie. It just came out, I think, last year.
I was going to say it's recent.
It's a true story about a senior who died in a moped accident.
Yep.
And their team kind of wasn't that good, and they rallied to go on to. I'm not going to be the end game.
Don't spoil.
I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go watch it. It's a great movie. If there's nothing else happening at that moment, watch it.
And let me just say something regarding spoilers.
Do you agree
I think it's a phenomenal movie.
Okay.
I do. And a phenomenal choice for that matter.
Thank you.
Volleyball you're in a box.
You are.
That's why I said you go to like a Top Gun. Although I wouldn't feel good about it, you could go to it.
I would have to say then, if I had to choose a second choice, I would go with the volleyball pool scene in Meet the
Parents.
Fockers.
Yeah. Solid.
Sally, come on, Sally.
It's solid. That's a great pick.
Yeah, Salad and Sally.
And I'll say something else. Most of my movies range from anywhere from 1977 to 1990. So let me tell you something, people. If you haven't seen it, it's getting spoiled.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had your chance.
I know. Jay, that was a good choice on boxing. I almost went with that as well, but I think I came up with the.
Boxing's so hard.
Yeah,
Wait till we get to that. That kept me up.
I know. I think I'm going to pull a shocker on you.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Okay, I think I'm pull a shocker on you.
I bet you will.
All right, we time to move on to BMX. BMX is a tough one.
I mean, we're starting off, right? We're starting off at the obscure of the obscure.
Volleyball.
But let me tell you something right now.
Right.
The movie Rad, R-A-D.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Yeah, that's an iconic. I had to look it up. I have never seen that one.
Co-star, Lori Loughlin. Why is she famous right now?
Yeah, well, she got thrown under the bus.
Correct.
From the old college. Her kid was a swimmer, rower, soccer player, whatever.
As well as, speaking of boxing, co-starring Mrs. Rocky Balboa, Talia Shire, played the mom. And the best thing that ever came out of this movie. Right. And this movie was purely about BMX riding, which is incredible because how could you make a movie? Right. But it was. Yeah. Send Me an Angel, the song on the soundtrack by a band called Real Life. Look it up, play it. You will, in the first 20 seconds, know exactly what song I'm talking about.
Really?
Yep. Send Me an Angel by Real Life. Just give the fans a taste. Give them a taste.
Oh, I could do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Rob.
That's it.
This is it.
Oh, I remember this.
Of course you do.
Yes, I do. Viewers can't hear it, though, because we have it under lock and key.
Oh, that's a shame.
Facebook locks you off because of licensing.
That's brutal.
Send Me an Angel.
Oh,
this goes way back.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Could you hear it?
I can hear it.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. There you go. Send Me an Angel. All right.
That song alone puts that on my list. But the movie was great.
All right. Perfect.
I think. Now,
so that's your BMX pick.
Oh, all day long.
Yeah. All right. Here we go with mine. Are we ready?
Sure.
Is there anything else you need to add?
No.
For your BMX picks.
That's all I got for that one.
I'm going Birth of Big Air, starring Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville.
Of course.
The fact that you even knew that, you were right there with me on that one.
I think my brain is the loser Google. Like I just know things.
Hey, listen, if you went on Jeopardy right now, could you beat that guy?
If the categories were right, I would think so.
He's just one of those guys that
he's a retainer of information.
A retainer of information. He's a savant.
Yeah.
He's a guy that just is probably an avid reader.
Correct.
And he's also a massive gambler.
Correct.
On top of it all.
But he's an algorithm guy. He wagers very specifically. He doesn't just throw darts at the board and pick the teams he likes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
it's all based.
He's on a different level.
Yeah.
I think with the right categories, 100%.
He's a little bit like Rain Man, I think. He's a little Rain Man. Maybe he's on the... he might be on the spectrum.
That spectrum's going to make him about $2 million.
All right, so now let's crank it up. We're going to go to hockey.
This one, for me, it's the obvious. Slapshot is... Now, here's what got me, though. Miracle.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell. The story alone is fantastic.
Right.
But you cannot beat Slapshot as a movie.
You can't.
It's iconic.
Right.
I mean, Paul Newman was in it, for crying out loud.
It was the best.
Like, I did have a hard time for the sentimental reason, like Slapshot, and even Slapshot actually predates me in a way, but it's the movie.
It's the movie, and the three brothers.
Yes.
Are still on tour.
Oh, they're fantastic.
They're still on tour.
They brought their toys.
Right. The best was they wrapped their hands in tinfoil. It had to be a real thing that these guys.
Exactly right.
They just put a little tape up it and then just leave a little bit.
A little
abrasion out and smack.
You could do a whole show about Slapshot.
Oh, you can.
We could do a whole podcast about Slapshot.
We need to review the movie and then come in. And
but the funny thing is, there's more options about hockey than you think.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I had floating around in my head, I had the Mighty Ducks. Right.
Right.
There was another one. I don't know if you remember. Guy was a hockey pro. He got injured, cut, whatever. Fell in love with a figure skater because he became her partner.
That's right.
Do you remember the name?
Yeah. I don't, but I remember the figure skater. Yeah, I remember that. And her dad was the coach, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cutting Edge?
Cutting Edge. Wow. Replacements, Remember the Titans, Youngblood, Bloodsport, Rollerball. There are so many, Jay.
Oh, again, here's the other thing. The martial arts one, crazy for me. Crazy. We're getting there.
We'll get into that.
Crazy.
So for hockey, for me, was was without a doubt the toe pick. Yeah, the toe pick move. Without a doubt, my hockey movie was Miracle on Ice. 100%.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Miracle on Ice. I just thought was. I remember the moment they won. It was 1980, I believe. I think it was 1980. I remember them winning. I remember falling in love with the sport. You know, and just at that moment becoming a massive fan of hockey.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I can totally
guys,
see it.
you idolized them. You can almost name all of them, right? And it was just, and then you followed them in the NHL. I mean, they all became great NHL players for the most part.
Yep.
You know,
I get it.
A lot of them were on the Islanders when the Islanders made that run in the 80s.
You're right.
Yeah, Pat LaFontaine.
LaFontaine.
Kenny Morrow. There was a ton of them, yeah.
That one is, it's one of those great arguments.
Yeah.
That the hockey one, to me.
Yeah. Mike Eruzione. I just remember meeting Mike Eruzione up when I coached at BU, and him coming to a game, and we're sitting in the and he was the life. He was the lampshade. He was the life of the party. He had like 7 beers going at once, and
not to mention that whole story defines the reason we play sports.
It's amazing. It's amazing what they did. Yeah, it's amazing what they did. I mean, take a group of college kids and basically beat the NHL All-Star team.
And not, let's be honest. It was the USA versus the USSR.
Russia. Yeah.
It was Rocky IV for real.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was crazy.
The stars aligned for them.
Correct.
Obviously, playing at home was a massive difference for them.
Sure.
The game was the qualifying game was the great game was the one right before.
Exactly.
They played Sweden.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was the best.
And
game.
and this one was supposed to be the walkthrough. They were supposed to lose by 4 goals.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, they lay down for them, those Russians.
Yeah, I bet.
All of them went to jail after that. They got back to Russia and they were thrown right into jail.
No, if they made it off the plane.
They didn't. They I don't think they made it past Iceland on the way back.
Right.
Cinderella Man.
Again, boxing is...
We'll get there. We will get there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's move on. We're good with hockey?
Yes, I think the next one's NASCAR / you could put / car racing of any kind.
Right. Oh, see now.
Because I feel like there's very few just NASCAR movies.
Yeah.
So you could add Fast and Furious. You can add... Now, my choice is tremendous, of course.
Right, of course. Go ahead. What do you have?
It's Days of Thunder all day long.
Days of Thunder. Yeah.
Tom Cruise, Cole Trickle.
Yeah, Cole Trickle.
There's nothing Cole can't do with a race car.
No, Days of Thunder. Yeah.
And who made that movie? Not made it, directed it, but who made the film? Bobby Duvall.
That's right.
One of the best of all time, Bobby Duvall.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid was in it before he lost his mind.
Oh my God.
Randy
Quaid is one of the is in the movie for my tennis pick. So I'll just don't even think about it. Don't go down that road. All right, well, let's get back to NASCAR. So your Roads of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah,
that's how much I know.
It's fantastic. The wife, Cruise's wife's in it. Nicole Kidman's in it.
Yeah.
She plays the doctor, tries to get him to quit. All that nonsense.
Right.
But it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Was that his come out movie? No.
Cruise?
No, because he did.
No.
Yeah.
He had. Well, if you really want to talk about the one that launched him, I thought was Risky Business.
Risky Business.
As young as he was, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Tom Cruise.
That was it.
Tom Cruise is on my list more than once, actually. Now that I'm looking. But Days of Thunder for me is where it starts and ends with, it's NASCAR.
Right. One of our former guests, Casey Hoban, brought up one. We completely missed it. We completely missed it.
And
we completely missed soccer.
Yeah, I don't care about soccer.
I know, but and rugby.
I know.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know.
Rugby.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
I know which one I would pick too.
Yeah, I know. That was it.
We missed golf, by the way.
We did miss golf too, huh? We could add it in there.
We can do whatever we want. It's our show.
Let's ask our producer, Chris. What do you think?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get clearance.
Let's ask Les Nessman because we are kind of like WKRP in Cincinnati.
Exactly.
We are W. Yeah.
Where's Lonnie Anderson?
Where is Lonnie?
If we go golf, right off the top of your head, you ought to say Caddyshack, but I think there's a lot. Tin Cup, I loved with Kevin Costner.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the Adam Sandler one?
Oh, Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore's right there.
There's a lot of good golf ones. It's true. We blew that.
Yeah, we did. We blew that one. right.
Well, you know what? We'll leave golf open if you're listening live.
What's your golf movie?
Get your golf one in. We'll talk about what you guys say.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Do I please the people?
Well, you're Venus flytrap.
I am.
Yeah, you are Venus.
I am.
All right, so NASCAR, I went with Talladega Nights.
Also very good, obviously.
Help me, Oprah.
Yeah.
Help me, baby Jesus.
Right. If you're not first, you're last.
Many hours. I mean, you can watch that movie
Over and over.
Over and over again.
100%.
By the way, I never knew Talladega was as crazy as it was.
That's supposed to be like...
It is.
Yeah.
In like real life.
Yeah, like the Cancun of NASCAR.
Out of control. I've always heard about it, but I never...
All those are nuts.
Out of...
I'd love to go.
You know, just great people,
Yeah.
salt of the earth. Right?
Sit in the field, get hammered,
Did you see
and go
Barstool?
nuts when the cars come around.
Did you see Barstool down there?
No, I didn't, but I heard it was. Think about those guys raiding a NASCAR event. But here's the thing: that crowd, they're not even. The crowd could care less,
Could care less.
right? Like that's a.
All the drivers are walking around the infield after the race drinking.
We're taking a trip, Robbie.
Yeah.
We're taking a trip.
Let's take it down there.
I'm in.
There's another place. We got to do we have to do the draft.
Correct.
Talladega.
The casino in
The
Jersey
casino. What else?
that our former guest is involved in.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. Casey, you got to get us down there.
Casey's got to get us set up.
We'll get Jamie Montesi to sponsor it.
Get us set up.
Yeah. We'll get Jamie to sponsor. All right. Let's move on. Baseball.
Oh, this pained me.
Yeah.
This one pained me
because there's so many.
Oh, this was one of my hardest. Obviously, it's dear to my heart.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
But there's so many that are so good.
Yeah.
Like even the ones you don't think about. Like it's unreal.
Yeah.
You know, I could rattle off between Major League,
Yeah.
Cobb.
Yeah.
I
Field of Dreams.
yeah, come on. Field of Dreams. There's so many I didn't know, but I had to go with. I just remember watching this movie as a kid and just more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Watching with my dad, like the sentimental value of a lot of these is what kicks you kicks it up a notch, right?
Yeah, right.
But I mean, between Field of Dreams, Major League,
Yeah.
Sandlot,
Sandlot's the best.
it's unbelievable. Like they're all unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
You know, one
The
of my
Natural.
that's my pick. The Natural's my pick
All right.
by far.
Holt, you're right there with Coach. Yeah.
Anybody know the name of the theme song? You know, in the beginning.
The theme song. What was it?
Do you want to know the name?
Let me see.
It's the instrumentals, the trumpet piece. Da-na, da-na-na. Fanfare of the Common Man, it's called.
Fanfare of the Common Man.
Yep.
Wow.
It's just great. Everything about it's great. The bat that he made from the tree in front of his house that got struck by lightning, the Wonder Boy bat. It's just so good.
It was so good.
It's just nothing.
Home run, knocks the lights out.
Knocks the cover off the baseball as a 38-year-old rookie after he got shot.
He got shot by his girlfriend or his
No,
wife,
some
or...
lunatic woman.
Yeah, well.
He met on a train after he struck out the Babe Ruth character. Come on.
How's that? Right?
Can't beat it.
Yeah. You get the chills?
It's good every time.
Yeah.
That's a movie that if it's on TV, I watch it. Mm-hmm. If I'm scrolling through the channels, I watch it. So to me, not that I don't do that with all the other ones, but like even the cheesier For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
You know,
that was a good one?
Now, it really came down to Bull Durham and The Natural for me.
Yeah.
Because Bull Durham is the closest thing, in my opinion, to reality minor league baseball. I experienced it myself.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing.
Did you guys ever flood an infield to get a rain out?
No, although I wish some days I wish we did. To be honest, that's the most realistic.
Yeah.
The Natural's just such a great story, everything about it. And one of my favorite actors of all time is in it. He plays Bump Bailey, the outfielder, Michael Madsen.
Oh, yes. Sure.
Little known fact, if you don't really pay attention, he's in that movie. He's one of my favorite actors. So
great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick. You and Holt Murray.
And one of my favorite movie characters of all time, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
He's
He was the manager, wasn't
Of
he? No.
what movie?
Oh,
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own, right.
Jimmy Dugan.
There's no crying in
The
baseball.
alcoholic.
Yeah, Jimmy Dugan. That's right.
His best role, I don't care. I know he's been in a billion movies that won Academy Awards and all this serious nonsense. His best role ever. I did no doubt about it.
There's no crying in baseball.
Oh, God.
Right?
It's everything he did in that movie was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great one.
So baseball was a tough one, but I can't. Roy Hobbs does it for me.
Rightfully so.
And there's what about even the older ones? There's so many movies to go through. Do yourself a favor, if you like baseball or you don't, just go through the movie catalog and look at all the movies, obviously that were made that center around the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. The Babe with John Goodman.
Awesome.
It's just so good.
All right. Here we go. Here's my pick. I'm going with Bad News Bears.
Wow. Again.
Bad News Bears.
How could you go wrong?
Kelly Leak.
How could you go wrong? Tanner.
Tanner.
Buttermaker, who, basically the drunk pool guy.
Right. He was the best.
You can't go wrong.
Right.
They could never make that movie today.
Never.
The first 10 minutes, it
Oh
would
my
be
God.
shut down.
He's slugging bears in the dugout, right? The kids are drinking.
Yeah.
Kelly Leak is smoking cigs and driving around on a motorcycle.
God. Then he goes and gets the daughter. She throws 100 miles an hour.
Tatum O'Neal.
Tatum, who never recovered after
She
that,
never did.
unfortunately.
Bad News Bears was her
oh,
demise.
my God.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
What was her demise, Bad News Bears?
Yeah.
Didn't they do a remake? They had a couple.
They did one with Billy Bob Thornton. That was
right.
hysterical. They also did a couple. They did the one where they go to Houston and play in the Astrodome.
Yeah.
Didn't they go to China too, I believe?
I don't remember.
Nothing's better than the first one.
No, it was the greatest.
Tanner, Lupus, all the whole thing was fantastic.
Kids are swearing.
Ahmed.
Yeah.
It's just
Everything that was politically incorrect
oh my God.
was all about that movie.
But you know what's funny is you talk to most kids that played Little League in that era.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they experienced. The crazy coach of the Yankees team, whose son, they had that altercation at the end
Right.
when the dad went nuts. That's what kids in the 70s played Little League. That's what it was. And it was such a big deal, too. I remember playing Little League. It was a big deal.
It was huge.
Your town league was huge.
Everybody played.
100%.
Everybody. Now
Every
lacrosse-
Saturday morning,
lacrosse tapped in.
that was it.
Yeah, soccer.
It was packed.
Yeah.
Every Saturday morning.
You were there.
Exactly. It was awesome. It'll never be like that again, unfortunately. Well, I guess in certain parts of the country, but even travel baseball has pretty much destroyed that.
Yeah.
It'll never be like that again.
It was the greatest.
I played for 4 seasons. Cesspools was our team. True story.
Go cesspools.
Yeah, 4 seasons cesspools.
The fighting cesspools.
Yeah, that's true story.
That childhood.
But that's stuff you remember,
Those childhood memories.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So we're going to switch over to football. There's a lot.
Basketball. I have on my list.
I miss basketball.
I mean, I could take the reins.
Wait a minute. I got to think about this one.
Oh, let me go, and I'll stimulate you.
Breaking away. Wasn't that the bicycling? That was
Breaking away. Yeah.
Yeah, breaking away.
I also thought of a bike, a bicycle.
Yeah.
That's a category.
Yeah.
Quicksilver, Kevin Bacon.
I'm going ET.
Yeah, that's
going
it's
ET.
in play.
I'm going ET.
It's in play.
All right, let's go basketball.
I don't know how many people have ever seen this movie,
Yeah.
but it's my favorite one.
Yeah.
And before I say it, now, it's not Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Hoosiers is one of the best films of all time. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Also, there's another film, Blue Chips. Nick
Chips is
Nolte,
great. Yes.
Shaq,
Yes.
Penny Hardaway.
Yep.
Also great.
Yep.
There's also, going back to the Talladega Nights thing,
Right.
there's also the basketball movie with our guy.
What was that basketball movie? Yes, with the Tropics.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
That was great. What was the one? I think Rob Lowe was in it, where he went to play college as a walk-on. Remember that one? I think it was Rob Lowe. He went in and played at a college, and it was really tough. One-on-one?
no. That's my movie.
What's that?
One-on-One.
One-on-One.
Is my movie. No, it's not. It's not Rob Lowe.
Who was it?
Robbie Benson.
Robbie Benson. That's
1977.
right. Yes, that was great.
And then he fought the corrupt coach.
That's right.
You know Robbie Benson, one-on-one. That's my movie. I remember watching it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it just always stuck with me.
It was the best. Yeah, I think Jay said that one.
Is
as well.
Hoop Dreams eligible?
Hoop Dreams would be
great
up there.
movie.
Semi-pro. Dennis.
Semi-pro is obviously.
Semi-pro is the best. The Tropics. Right, they were out of Detroit. It was the best.
But one-on-one to me was
one-on-one. Robbie
White
Benson.
Men Can't Jump. Obviously awesome.
Awesome. I for me the favorite. Jackie Moon, yeah, corn dogs to all these people, Jackie. That's beautiful. Hoosiers, the scene where the dad walks on the court.
It's unbelievable.
Right?
It's unbelievable.
And just what they did and what they won. I mean,
Jimmy
great.
Chitwood joins the team and they just take off.
They take off.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah.
one-on-one.
That was a great
my
movie. Yeah.
Robbie Benson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that goes way back. That might have been his
Swan song for
that
sure.
was his swan song.
The next one's near and dear to you, as I know. Football.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I can't go. This was a tough one too for me in a way.
Yeah.
You know, you could just start naming all the good ones from the way back till now, right?
Right.
But All the Right Moves is mine.
That was the Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that was.
Craig T. Nelson's the
Pipe
coach.
City or
yeah,
Steel Town.
Steeltown.
Oh, my God.
Great theme song in that soundtrack.
What was it?
By Jennifer Warnes and Chris Thompson.
What was it?
Oh, it's called All the Right Moves.
Oh, wow.
When you get to the chorus, you'll see it's total 80s soundtrack glory.
Oh, my gosh. I don't think I have it on here. So, I do remember that. That was... And that was
1983.
That was pretty realistic as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was very realistic.
Like if you grew up in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, right.
That is probably what you experienced.
That was it right there. Yeah.
So to me,
you're injured. You're not going to college. You're done.
Yeah.
You're dead to me.
And my favorite line is, "Who do you think you are? You're a typing teacher."
That's right. That was beautiful.
But I mean, that movie to me, one of my also favorite actors, who's also deceased, Chris Penn, was Tom Cruise's teammate.
That's right.
He had a full ride to USC, had to give it up, knocked up his girlfriend.
Yeah.
They found out at the pep rally.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for all that stuff.
Another very realistic thing that can happen.
Yeah. That easily could have been West Haven High's gymnasium.
It really was. Remember the Titans, yeah, Ben?
Oh, there's so many. I get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
What about the program?
The program was great. Finding Forrester, Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Charlie comes up with a big one. How's that? That was a good one. Yeah. Where do I hear that music coming from?
My phone.
Oh.
I'll just play the chorus. I'll play the chorus
Go
for
ahead,
you.
throw it in there. Oh, this is a theme song.
Oh, God.
How do you know that? Look at you.
I mean,
that might have to be our theme song.
This might be this is it. I mean, people's opinions about me are drastically changing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh my God. Jennifer Warnes and Chris Thompson.
Yeah.
That's who this is. Oh God.
That is just
But football has, as you would imagine, just
let's go back there.
a billion that you could pick from. I get it. But All the Right Moves, the whole story. Then Craig T. Nelson gets the college job, takes him with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not realistic.
No, never happened.
That doesn't happen.
Right. Plus the fact that Tom Cruise was a 5'5" defensive back or whatever he was. Where's he going?
Where's he going?
I'll tell you where he wasn't going. He wasn't working in the steel mill. I'll tell you that.
Thank God for that. Neither was Rudy.
Exactly right.
Neither was Rudy, my man.
Now, how about that movie, right? Like, to me, it's not about the quality of the picture as it is what it means to me. Mm-hmm. Like this list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember watching this movie with my babysitter. I who knows how old I was. It came out in '83, so I was 7. It might have been maybe then I just remember sitting there watching it with my babysitter. That's why it got to me, and I always, if it's on now, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Great
And
movie.
obviously the song
Right.
is tremendous.
Right, but Rudy, just so many lessons in life, right? Just not giving up and following through and keep on going.
If the movie has a chance to draw a tear out of you,
Yeah, that was it.
right?
That was it. Favreau.
John Favreau.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
was.
In it. Yeah,
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn was in it.
How about that? Those two guys.
Yeah, he was like the captain. Wasn't
And
he?
those two guys teamed up in a lot of films.
Yeah,
And that's a
that's
different
true.
story for a different day, but
Right.
they were both in Rudy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, a lot of people got their start there.
Yeah.
Rudy, the real Rudy. You ever meet the real Rudy?
Have I know?
Oh gosh. Oh yeah. He went on tour for a while. He still does. Wrote
I
a
bet.
book.
I would.
Oh yeah.
Right?
He squeezed every last Rudy moment out of that one. Great movie. Great message. Great movie.
Great everything.
Yeah. There's so many.
But it's no All the Right Moves. I'll just
Yeah.
say that.
What was the one with Burt Reynolds when he was in prison?
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
A remake by Adam Sandler.
Ah,
Another great one.
yeah. I think he broke his freaking neck.
What was the replacements? Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Rock was in
Kathy
one, too.
Ireland in that movie
Rock,
too?
Rock had one. Remember Rock?
The Rock had the one where he had all the delinquent kids.
Well, he had one. He had a daughter.
Yes.
He had
yes,
a daughter.
yes.
They drop off.
Drop-
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He was living life. He played a quarterback in that movie,
Correct.
right? He was like a
There's just so many to name. It's crazy, right? How many?
yeah.
Just you could go all the way back.
How did they get Al Pacino to play the head coach? Was it The Replacements?
No, that was Any Given Sunday.
Any Given
Great
Sunday,
movie.
another one.
Jim Brown, Lawrence
right.
Taylor,
Yeah, LL Cool J,
LL.
LL Cool J, and Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. That was
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx's coming out as an actor.
I think
He went right from that to Ray.
I think they didn't get along. They fought during the movie.
Oh, Steamin' Willie Beeman pissed everyone off.
Yeah.
He was the cocky, he threw up on his helmet a couple times, then figured it out.
Right.
He would change the plays.
Yeah. Paper Tiger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Yeah.
Paper Tiger.
Yeah.
Al Pacino gives that speech at the end.
It was great.
You gotta fight for that inch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a great locker room
Oh,
speech.
yeah.
I remember. I can't remember the arena team that we played against, but they used to play
Play
that
that.
clip. Yeah, before the game started.
Yep.
Maybe it was us. I don't remember. I was probably who knows. But yeah, they need to make an arena football movie because the characters
I bet.
that rolled through those doors.
Let's get it financed. I'm in.
Oh my goodness.
I'll write the script.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, I'm all for that one. All right, so let's move on. Football, we're done with.
Tennis.
I'm
I'm very uninspired by the whole tennis thing, and if we could have movies that have a tennis scene in it,
Yeah,
it helps the cause.
yeah.
If it's a pure tennis movie,
Yeah,
I went with Battle of the Sexes with Steve Carell,
All right.
which was a great story,
Yeah,
right?
Good story.
However, if we could shift to movies with a scene of people playing tennis in it,
Yeah.
I went with Bachelor Party with Tom Cruise. I mean, with Tom Hanks. Because in the beginning,
Stroking balls
Yeah.
into the neighbor's yard.
pretending he's Carlton Fisk.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd like to stick with Bachelor Party just because. I mean, how about the fact that Tom Hanks was in that movie? Do you think he wants to forget that he was in that movie?
He was in Splash, wasn't
Oh,
he?
100% he
Yeah, he's
was.
like, I'm on the bar.
Yeah. John
Yeah.
Candy was
Yeah.
was in that movie with him. Daryl Hannah was the mermaid, correct?
That's right. Wait a minute.
God,
I
did
gotta
that
call a
work?
timeout on
Did
this
that
one.
work out well?
So J Mac is he's doing some digging now. Ice Castle starring Robbie Benson.
Wow.
Yeah, nice one.
Robbie Benson's tremendous.
Tremendous. Yeah.
Wow.
He faded away. All the right moves. Yeah, coach. That's what Solano.
Who picked all the right moves?
Yeah, Keith Berry.
Yes.
Keith was in there for all the right
The
moves.
best.
It
The
was
best.
Yeah, you can watch that over and over again. I haven't seen that in years, but
Especially if you're a certain age, it's one of those. It's locked into that time.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that would to me was the one. Like
Yeah.
I said, I remember watching it with my babysitter,
yeah.
who I probably had a crush on. Who knows? I was 10, 9.
Well, you were in commercials. You were a celebrity.
I was a celebrity,
You were a celebrity, as you still are.
which we
And
can.
she's only human.
We can play.
Yeah.
These I have the videos. I have the video proof.
I know. Hoosiers and Miracle on Ice. Yeah, Keith. Those are my picks as well. All right, so we did. Oh, so tennis. I went with this. This didn't come out that long ago. It's called Balls Out, and this is the one that Randy Quaid is in, And an actor by the name, he was the lead, Sean Williams, what's his last name? Scott.
Okay.
If you've seen him, you know who he is. But it's basically, he played a degenerate janitor.
Perfect.
And they needed a head coach.
I like it already.
Right? This is definitely a West Haven story. And he became the coach. And Lord knows there was mayhem and you know, it was a crazy movie. So Balls Out was my pick for tennis. I don't know if anybody else has any other tennis movies.
Tennis is tough.
I think you picked
tennis
a
is
good,
tough.
I think you picked a good one there. All right, so swimming. This swimming was interesting. You skip soccer, you skip golf, but you hit us up with this obscure.
Yeah, and there's more than you think, swimming wise.
Yeah.
But I went with Swim Fan. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It's the textbook kid in high school who's a very good high school swimmer, gonna go to college, go on to bigger and better, and sleeps with a crazy chick who just transferred to his high school, cheats on his girlfriend, and this psychotic chick goes nuts and just stalks him. I think she tries to kill everyone. It's classic Americana.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
right.
Now going on with the theme of, well, if swimming's involved.
Yeah.
So this was my B.
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield's in this movie.
Oh my
the
gosh.
Triple Lindy.
Oh my God, it's the best.
If you know anything about the Triple Lindy.
Right, off the pier, off the
the Jersey Pier.
The Jersey Pier.
Right.
The Triple Lindy.
He was the owner of the Fat and Tall stores.
Right. Fat and Gawky or something.
Yeah, right. Thornton Lemon was his name. Thornton Mellon, sorry, was his name. His limo driver was Paulie from Rocky.
Did he put like a hot tub in their door, bro?
Oh, right. He made the door. He bought out the whole hallway and knocked the walls out.
Yeah.
And who played his son's roommate? Any idea? Son's roommate in college.
No.
Monster actor. Monster.
The son of Rodney Dangerfield's roommate
in college.
Roommate. Okay. The Lancaster movie, Burt Lancaster movie. Was that a swimming movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no back to school.
Holt gave us a good one. Old Caddyshack with synchronized swimming scene.
Sure.
Pool pond.
I think a pond would be good for you, though.
That's right. Someone.
Robert Downey Jr. Was in Back to School.
There you go. Jay got it. Yeah. Downey Jr. Wow.
Thornton Mellon, one of the best characters of all time.
Mm-hmm. And what was his name in Caddyshack?
Oh.
That was the best too.
Oh, oof.
But it looks good on you.
Yeah. You wear a hat like that, you should buy a hat like that, you should get a free bowl of soup.
Right.
Looks good on you, though.
Right. Spalding. He's drinking everybody's drinks. I mean, we've all been down that road.
Oh,
all right,
God.
so what was the name of Rodney Dangerfield character in Caddyshack?
I know
Someone
it.
look it
I
up.
definitely know
Jay
it.
Bone, I think he got it. Holt's on it too. But all right, so I went with the theme of, because this is so many layers now, with there's a swimming scene in it.
Uh-huh.
So that's where my mind went, because I thought about it and I said, swimming. So I went with Jaws.
Okay.
I did Jaws because
like that.
The shark was undefeated.
Yes.
The shark was completely undefeated, and he only lost to the boat.
Yeah. Basically to the fuel tank he decided to try to swallow.
Right, and that was it. Yeah, so Jaws was my pick for
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Swimming movie.
Richard Dreyfuss, fantastic in that movie.
Did you see that? There's a I think it's State Park in the lake. So you get in the water in a tube, and you watch, and they broadcast the Jaws movie on a big screen, and everybody's in the water.
That's fantastic.
But it's in the lake.
That I like.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it.
That I like. I went on a shark attack ride a couple times at a water park on Long Island, and it's one of my favorite rides. But it gives me a near stroke every time.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, have you ever been to Action Park in New Jersey when it was open?
100%.
Oh, it was the best.
I cracked my skull open. I remember this vividly. The first thing I went on, I forgot even what it was. I was bleeding profusely everywhere. Nobody cared. That place, no wonder. I can't believe it closed down.
Right.
Like, those rides were dangerous.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember I cracked my skull right here.
The Alpine ride, and they had another ride was like it was a water ride that had a loop in it.
A loop in it, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Then they had the rope that you swung off of.
That was awesome.
But like there was no padding. It was like just the dock was right there.
Dock and straight in.
So if you couldn't missed, boom, you're nailing the dock.
People would fall, and miss the water.
Yeah, and it just crash into the dock.
I remember that place vividly, and it did close for insurance reasons, I remember.
Shocker. 10 for swimming. Thank you. Hold on. I'm assuming you mean my pick for Jaws. I think that was $10.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Yeah. Bo Derek and...
oh, my God.
Movie. What was that?
Oh, Bo Derek and Dudley Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was that 10? It was called 10, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Perfect 10?
So.
10?
Yeah. Fast Time at Ridgemont High when she comes out of the pool.
Talk about a classic scene.
Yeah.
Judge Reinhold, that's his shining moment for me.
That is his shining moment.
Even though he was good in Beverly Hills Cop. But,
right.
I mean.
Oh, all right. Bowling.
Oh, this is fan.
We're on to bowling.
Bowling. It starts and ends for me with Kingpin. I mean, come on. Big Ernie McCracken, a.k.a. Bill Murray, might be one of the best characters of all time. He molests all the moms.
Oh, he's the best.
His hair is like just sideways. Yeah. He's got a rose in the bowling ball. Right. Big Ern.
That's right.
Finally, Big Ern is above the law when he wins the $1 million.
Yeah.
And he gets his hand chopped off. He gets Woody Harrelson's hand chopped off. Yeah. And he meets him like years later.
Yeah.
And he says to him, Woody Harrelson goes, "What about what you did to my hand?" And Bill Murray goes, "You're still mad about that?" It's fantastic. Again, Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid, that's right.
Plays a great Amish, the heavy hitter, the Amish guy.
Yeah.
Thunder that guy had.
That's right.
Thunder down the lane.
Oh, my gosh. That's classic.
Yeah. Listen, Woody Harrelson, nobody plays a better down and out than Woody Harrelson, by the way.
No.
God.
Yeah.
Nothing that guy can't do.
No. Great.
So for me, it was Kingpin.
I went with the White Russian.
Awesome.
I went with the
Biggie.
Lebowski, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You had to.
It's iconic.
It's iconic. And I had to go with it. I couldn't dig too much deeper than that.
John Turturro is so good in that movie, by the way.
He is.
So good in that movie.
Yeah.
So Philip Seymour Hoffman, one of my favorite all-time actors, rest in peace.
I remember going out one time with my boss at the time, and he was an old school radio guy, and Salt of the Earth, and him and his wife, and she was hot stuff, and we go out, and in the night, I like a White Russian, just to kind of cool everything
smooth
down,
you over, right?
We go up to the bar, 2 o'clock in the morning. She's going around the horn there with scotch or whatever. She looks at me. I said, "I'll have a White Russian." She goes, "I'm not ordering you an effing White Russian. You can have a scotch and like it."
Wow.
She told Doers. No, she had Doers.
She told you to put your big boy pants on.
Yeah,
she told you.
She was like Sally.
I like
Sally,
that.
Sally, I'm not ordering you a White Russian.
God bless her.
Yeah.
She's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong about that one. All right, so let's go on to horse racing.
That horse racing, like who would have thought? Hot to Trot, that's for me. Hot to Trot, man. 1989, Richard Dreyfuss, Jennifer Tilly. The guy can't lose for the whole day.
Yeah.
He keeps winning.
Yeah.
There was another one I was conflicted. It was Hot to Trot, and I'm sorry, Hot to Trot was the one I was going to go with. Bobcat Goldthwait, the horse that talks. Instead, I went with Let It Ride.
All
Richard
right.
Dreyfuss, Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, good one.
Richard Dreyfuss has the day of his life. He can't lose. Everything's coming in. But the Bobcat Goldthwait movie's good.
Did you ever see the show? I think it was on HBO.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
What was the name?
They killed the horse by accident.
Yeah.
They shut the show down. Lucky Streak or no? Was it?
That was fantastic.
Great movie. Great show.
Right?
Great show.
You just look the degenerates that they were.
Yes. One of the main characters was the kid who was one of the pilots in the movie Iron Eagle. Remember that movie Iron Eagle? I don't know his name.
Who's the guy in a wheelchair?
Yes.
He kind of ran the show.
And they got Dustin Hoffman, which was
huge.
But again, Let It Ride. That's mine.
All right.
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss.
I'm going with Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
I'm going with Seabiscuit.
Yep. I get it.
Yeah. Secretariat was a good one too. Yeah. Seabiscuit.
There's more than you think of horse racing. There's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of big races.
A lot of good movies.
A lot of big races in the town of Saratoga.
No, there are good. There's good movies, horse racing movies.
There are. Yeah, it's an under.
And I picked Let It Ride.
Yeah, I know.
With Hot to Trot coming in second.
All right, right, let's move on. This is a good one.
This pains me. This pains me.
There's so many picks for this next one is boxing. Category is boxing. Boxing movies, the best of all time, in our opinion.
God.
Go.
This one was just as hard as baseball for me.
Yeah.
And the two I came down to, after sorting through a lot of them, was Raging Bull and Rocky.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still, I'm leaning towards Raging Bull, just because you talk about, first of all, you had those three guys together, right? You had Joe Pesci, you had Bobby De Niro, you had the director, you had them all. You had Scorsese. You can't beat that, because then they went on to make, more blockbuster movie, good Casino, all that stuff. So to me. And it was so realistic.
Yeah.
I thought. But then, I mean, you watch Cinderella Man, you'll cry like a baby.
Great movie.
Rocky, forget it.
Right.
Any of them, other than maybe the last two. Yeah. Okay. You want to stop after Clubber Lang or The Russian, I get it. But it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Right. But, I don't know, Raging Bull, watching Robert De Niro play Jake LaMotta is, to me, it's unbelievable. Even Pesci was fantastic. I just
Pesci was
Beverly D'Angelo, right?
Yeah.
She was the wife.
Pesci was all roided up in that movie, wasn't he? No,
maybe. Really? Wait a minute, coked up. He was roided up. Hey.
Yeah.
But and here's the other thing. There's so many other ones. Mm-hmm. People always think Rocky probably first, then Raging Bull, then. Yeah, but there's so many other boxing movies. Cinderella Man, again, is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Like, that story alone, the movie was... I don't know. I don't know where you go. Yeah. I don't know where you go after... I just... Raging Bull is what it is. I have to stick with it. It pains me because there's a lot of good ones. We could do a show just on boxing movies.
We could. We'd have to have some call-in guests on that one.
Correct.
All right, here's mine. This one, I know you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's under the radar if you are... a fan of this actor, but have you ever
Who's
seen...
the actor?
Tom Hardy. Have you ever seen Warrior?
Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable movie.
Fantastic.
Right? Great movie. Yeah. Come back, and then I think... Didn't he go against his brother at the end?
That was the fight.
Yeah, that was the fight, but he was boxing for the most part.
Correct.
Yeah.
What about Clint Eastwood and... What's her name? Was it Clint Eastwood and... Hillary Duff?
No, not Hillary Duff.
Swank?
Hillary Swank.
What was that movie called?
Yeah, I don't remember. Did she?
She won. Didn't she win for that?
But then I think at the end, didn't she smack her head on the stool when it came out?
I think so.
Right.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
What was that called?
I don't know.
There's some bad ones. What about the Woody Harrelson Play It to the Bone? You remember that? Woody Harrelson, Lucy Liu, and
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah, Keith Barry.
That guy's solid.
Yeah.
He's coming up huge for us.
Keith's coming up big with some good ones. Yeah. We were on the same page. All right, so that's boxing. Was that boxing? Yeah.
Yeah. We could talk for hours about boxing. It's unbelievable.
So this is one is I was all over the spectrum on this one, but I think I nailed it down. But martial arts
harder than you would think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you can go to all the cheesy ones. You can go to the Seagals. You can go to the Van Dams.
I didn't even think of Seagal or Van Damme. I was going Jackie Chan.
100%. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Bruce Lee.
Well, yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Iconic. I wrestled with Bloodsport. I wrestled with Kickboxer. I wrestled with Enter the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes back to Karate Kid to me.
Enter the Dragon, yeah. Karate Kid,
1984.
Wax on, wax off.
Cruel Summer, Bananarama.
Yeah.
Allie with an I, Elizabeth Shue. Oh my God. She was smoke. My God.
Yeah.
John Lawrence, the whole crew, Dutch, Bobby, Tommy.
Yeah.
All of them.
Kill Bill.
Yeah, Kill Bill. Clear martial arts movie.
Yeah.
All volumes. But Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Just play Cruel Summer. Just play Cruel Summer. You'll know.
Mr. Miyagi.
Pat Narita.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Here's Arnold from Happy Days.
Which, realistically, how many people realized, and then he was Mr. Miyagi, and, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of he transcended. Ralph Macchio can't go anywhere or do anything else. He's Daniel LaRusso. Like, forever. The guy's 50 years old. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
New YouTube has a show right now, Cobra Kai. It's in season 2 already. It's a continuation.
Is it?
Yeah. Him and John Lawrence. John Lawrence, I think Zebka is that character, his last name. I don't know his first name, but his last name is Zebka. Frank? Don't quote me, but it's definitely Zebka.
Oh, we've quoted you. It's on
but
there now.
I just can't get past it.
Major League, the replacements, Bull Durham. He's got game. Oh, we forgot about He's Got Game.
I didn't forget about it. It just didn't make it.
Yeah, it didn't make it. All right, Pink Panther, Kato and his little yellow friend.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But martial arts, forget it.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere.
You could go anywhere, but I went to Fist of Fury. Bruce Lee.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right?
Is that the one where he fought Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce Lee was, his story was just
unbelievable.
Incredible, right?
And then the mysterious death.
Yeah.
Then the mysterious death of the son.
Well, he got shot, and his son got shot too, right?
In a on set,
Billy.
It was supposed to be a gun full of blanks.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to be triad, right? That has to be some type of gang involved. It has to be.
It had to be, right?
Who whacked them out? Who would whack all of them out? Had to be.
Billy Zabka. Yeah.
Billy Zabka.
Billy. Nice work.
John Lawrence.
Yeah.
Again, you can go anywhere.
Bruce Lee, without a doubt, the best.
Guy was a machine.
Machine.
Literally.
Did you ever see that scene where he kicks the guy sitting in the chair? And he kicks a guy in the chair and he sends him like 50 feet back, just sitting down. A real scene.
And it's real.
It's real.
It's not Hollywood magic.
Right.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Jackie Chan does his own.
And some stunts.
Yeah.
Sure. I will say this. There is some Seagal stuff that I do like.
Stop.
I mean, come on. Above the Law.
Oh, my God.
All right? Out for Blood. Above the Law. The scene in the bar where he takes down the whole bar. He puts the cue ball in the sock and just starts working guys. Come on. Anybody seen Richie?
Didn't he become a cop?
He became a marshal.
A marshal.
He's like 350 pounds right now.
Right.
I didn't know he was so big. He's 6'8".
Is he really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
He's 6'8". Yeah, 100%.
No idea he was that tall.
What vixen did he bag? You remember?
Oh, yeah.
One of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
She's in.
Wasn't she Bobcat Goldthwait? Wasn't he? No.
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock.
Weird
yeah.
Science.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah.
She was in.
Weird Science was one of the best.
Yeah. Anything John Hughes did was pretty damn good, right?
How'd you like the?
I watched Mr. Mom the other day. I forgot he wrote that.
Oh, Weird Science. How would you like to eat a pork chop sandwich?
Served in a greasy ashtray.
Right, served in a greasy ashtray.
Wyatt and Gary.
Right.
Yeah.
How about the scene in the bar?
Oh,
my man.
She's into Malakas, Dino. What can I say? Do yourself a favor if you're listening to this.
8th grade.
Watch that movie.
She is so.
Watch that movie.
Oh my God, Weird Science is without a doubt.
If you do yourself a favor, again, who was in that movie?
Who's that?
Who we mentioned before, Robert Downey Jr.
He was unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right, martial arts. There we have it. Let's go over to wrestling.
This one.
Another one. Yeah.
Was very difficult for me.
One of our favorite wrestling movies. Here we go.
This one was very difficult for me. It came down to 2.
Yeah.
One was The Wrestler,
Yeah.
which is fairly recent. Did you ever see it?
Yes.
Marissa Tomei.
Yep. That was a great movie.
Fantastic movie.
Who was the actor in that?
I just drew a blank. I don't know why. It was his comeback. Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. And he was the one who was all roided up. And
Oh my God!
His
Yeah.
lips were done.
Oh yeah. Oh, remember he became a boxer and got his face destroyed.
But that movie was dark and it was good
and good in every way.
It was one of those movies that it was so realistic you felt like you were there with him.
Exactly right. And Marissa Tomei was just oozing sex.
She was
at 40 plus, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But this one is my clear cut. There is no doubt about it. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Vision Quest.
Wow.
1985.
Yes.
Matthew Modine.
Yes.
Do you remember the actress? Do you remember the story?
Vision Quest.
He's the high school wrestler.
Coach came up with it too. Same time, Vision Quest.
The high school wrestler has this like this vagabond hot chick moves into the house with him and the dad.
Right.
And that was Linda Fiorentino.
Look at you. Look at you. You did some,
wow.
You did some fact checking.
Wow.
I saw you. Yeah.
Check out Linda Fiorentino in 1985, by the way. just take a look.
All right.
Now, here's the best part about this movie. The opening credits.
Yeah.
Him jogging around with the plastic bag.
That's right.
Do you remember the song? Please tell me you remember the song. You got to play this for the audience.
Hold on.
Do you remember the song? By Red Rider. Red Rider, who was fronted by a guy who wrote a song by the name of Life is a Highway. Yeah. I don't want to give his name in case you want to try and guess.
Hold on.
Red Rider, Canadian origin, from what I remember. Here we go. Oh my God. I put this on in the weight room once a week when I'm working out.
Do you?
Oh, 100%.
This is it.
100%.
Yeah, so our folks on Facebook can't hear the song.
But we could put the headphones right up to it. I don't care if we get fined. I'll pay the fine.
I don't know if
it's going to give it 10 seconds before it kicks in. You'll know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So this is the typical high school kid. He's going up against the best.
Yeah.
The kid's unstoppable, the champ.
Yeah. Undefeated.
Oh, he takes him down. Yeah. Does anybody, I'll throw this out to the audience, who remembers the guy he wrestled against, his name?
A famous actor?
Oh, so good. Great. Lunatic Fringe.
Lunatic Fringe. That's right. Coach is coming up with
I got to have, this guy's got to come to my house.
Keith, you got to be on the show.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, he was right there.
Oh.
Here's Keith.
Yeah, can everybody hear that?
No, they'd have to hear it out here.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I could bring it up.
Oh, so good. Lunatic Fringe.
Great tune. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Fantastic song.
I could watch this movie over and over and over.
Yeah.
Over and over. It's him and the dad. The mom split or passed away. I forgot which one.
You're right.
This chick comes to the house somehow, moves in.
You're right.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And he's doing the pegboard. Remember that in gym? With you stick the
that's right.
Oh,
he's going right up the wall.
So good. Yeah. So good. So good.
I know.
I did that one.
Just another great one.
Yeah, that's the one for me.
So there's your wrestling for Coach. I went a little different direction.
Okay.
And one of my all-time... This is a movie that we quote constantly in our household. Nacho Libre.
Nice. Yes. Jack Black. Jack Black. But that's the point, right?
Yeah.
You
anything.
You quote that in your household. That's why it's number one for you.
Yes.
That's why we make these lists.
Because, Coach, sometimes I wear stretchy pants.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Right. That's a great movie. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
But listen, Vision Quest.
Vision Quest.
I mean, that's in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That is my wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's a great one. So golf. Let's go over to golf. So we have golf and soccer. Golf, there's so many great ones. We'll wait for our viewers to come in and tell us what they like in golf movies. There's some
soccer. There's even good soccer ones.
Well, the Pele movie, I think Charlie said, that's, I don't know.
What was the one with Will Ferrell? He was the coach of the girls' team? Ladybugs? Kicking and Screaming.
Kick it to the Italians.
That's mine.
Right, just kick it.
Just because they had the guinea.
Yeah, just kick it to the Italians.
He was the best.
Yeah.
That's what that was like. That was a young Dave Fogno.
Yeah.
That kid. That if you listen, Foggy, that was a young Dave Fogno.
Right. Foggy, just kick it
Mike
to the
Ditka was in that, correct?
Ditka was he was the dad. Remember the name of the store?
I'm trying to think of it right now. It's exactly what I was thinking.
It's like Just Balls or We
something,
Got Balls.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's all they sold. Yeah, it's the best. Kicking and
some of these categories you could talk about forever.
Yeah.
Football, you could do a whole show on.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even talk about movies like Little Giants or, we could keep going. Baseball, you could do a whole... Hockey, you probably could.
Yeah. Basketball
for sure. Yeah. Boxing, you could do a whole week.
Yeah,
a whole week.
That's it. We have to have Keith Berry on this show. He's you too. We'll have.
He's our next guest. He has to be our next guest.
He's got to be our next guest.
Where's he located?
He's local.
Oh my God! We'll see you
Coach,
Tuesday.
You're gonna be on.
See you Tuesday.
Yeah, come on, Coach. Get on the show.
I mean, this guy might be my new best friend.
Yeah.
We were on the same wavelength.
He's the best. All right, man. That's it. Those were our top picks. those are our top picks. We've been on for a while now. It's almost 7 o'clock.
I could do this for another 2 hours.
I know.
Easy.
This was great.
Easily.
Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. You better be here, Coach. So
And hopefully you go watch some of these if you haven't seen them. Maybe that maybe I think that's part of the thing too. Or you start listening to the theme songs because that's what does it a lot of times for me.
Yeah. So we'll have to have another category for our next show. It doesn't have to be sports movies. It could be anything else.
Well, I actually funny you bring that up.
What do you think,
Rob?
Yeah.
Funny you bring that up. As I was going through my list, I thought of all the songs attached to these movies, and now I'm thinking. Best songs from movies.
Best songs from movies. All right.
Doesn't have to be sports.
Yeah, it could be anything.
This could be just you're going into a whole universe of it's wide open.
Yeah.
It's wide open. I mean, first of all, on this list alone, there's great ones. Cruel Summer from Karate Kid or The Best Around could be from the same movie.
Yeah.
I could keep going. Send Me an Angel we already went over.
Yeah.
All the baseball one. Listen,
it goes on.
It non-sports or sports related, but best songs from movie soundtracks.
Yeah,
has to be on the soundtrack of the movie.
All right, so that's next weekend. Next week.
We have to cut it though. Top 10.
Top
Gonna
10.
Be tough. You might have to start now.
Top 10 best music from movies.
My head hurts already.
All right.
I have 30 songs I can rip off right now, and I don't know where I'm gonna go with it.
We'll start there. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Sports Biz Podcast.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a fun one. I'm a little bit verklempt here. I'm a little sweaty. So, listen, if you want to subscribe to our show, listen to at your own leisure, Sports Biz Podcast. Just search it on iTunes and Spotify, on all podcast platforms, regardless of what you're listening to. We'll be there. So thanks again for joining us on Sports Biz Podcast, brought to you live from WNHU studios on the campus of the University of New Haven. We're looking for sponsors. So if you own a beer company or a gambling website, or it doesn't matter.
Preferably if you own a gambling website.
Yeah. Or a casino, Casey.
We accept anything, guys.
Yeah.
Anything. Doesn't have to be money. Yeah. These are IOUs. These are better than money. These are IOUs.
We'll see.
What's that from?
That's right. That's from Dumb and Dumber.
That could be a skiing movie. Oh, so good. Lunatic Fringe. God. God. All the right moves. Like, all the songs are just... God. We're really on an hour and a half?